Three, two, one. What is happening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Dan Stephen with another reaction. And this reaction, we're doing some more Lowkey.
Requested.
Yes, we've done two. That's a weird yes, wasn't it? We've done two Lowkey already. We've done two Fire in the Booth, part 1 and part 2. Good, wasn't it?
It was very good, yeah.
And a lot of we actually got this request ages ago from, we did Fire in the Booth Akala. Or like a year during the pandemic, 2 years ago or so. And then we got a lot of comments saying to do this song.
So it took us a year to get around to it.
But I didn't know who, I personally, I'm an idiot when it comes like the grime and all that shit.
Yeah,
I didn't know who Lowkey was. So to be fair, it wasn't until I started looking into like Fire in the Booth and I seen him and I was like, we did him, and like, alright, he's actually pretty good. So this is obviously the Ghost of Grenfell.
Do you think we reacted to Lowkey last week, but one of our last videos. We didn't actually say anything the whole way through that video. I don't think it was a very good reaction. We're just like that. But let's do that again.
But the bad thing about that, like, say if we don't do that, we people say that's a crap reaction. But then if we pause it, people say you're pausing it too much. Yeah. So you literally can't win. If you're watching a reaction video, what do you want to do? What do you want them to do?
I don't know. I actually don't know, because I don't really watch them. I think reaction videos are shite.
Would you ever see when you're watching a reaction video and everyone they pause every 5 seconds and they talk about something they almost missed the bar because they paused it? You know, where it's kind of like, you know.
But obviously they'll rewind back a lot, but we don't do that.
I try to do that. It's hard to do.
Fuck that shit. Yeah.
So obviously, for anyone who doesn't know about Grenfell, obviously it's a high-rise building in West London, and it's a 5-year anniversary.
Yeah,
basically caught fire and basically killed reportedly, was it 74 people on it?
I don't actually know the official stats, but I know that people say it's a lot more. Yeah, than actually.
So I think the official stat is 72 people died, and 2 people died later in hospital. But I think it's a lot of people say, and that's a controversy around this topic, is that there's actually hundreds more actually died because they probably weren't
registered of living there and stuff, and because it was obviously quite a poor community. So.
But and it was the cladding. Is that what it is? It's
called? The cladding caught fire, and I think the crazy thing about it is, from what I understand, is that cladding's in still to the day to a lot of older buildings.
That's scary, isn't it?
And then I was also watching a documentary recently where there's people who own apartments in those type of buildings and they can't sell them because of the cladding. And there's like issues with the insurance companies and the building companies and the government, and they're just sunk money basically for them.
And why isn't the government just like fixing it? Because obviously it wasn't like it was private landlords who built these high rises. Obviously it was government built, so therefore they had the responsibility to remove that cladding. Yeah. And the bad thing about saying cladding is just, it actually, even when this happened 5 years ago, it wasn't like up to regulatory standard then. Even before that, there was it's like 10-20 years ago, they decided that cladding wasn't really it's really dangerous to have this on buildings because it can catch fire and go right up, and that's what happened to this building. I don't really know.
It's really hard to think about it, I think, because it's such a disaster, and it's hard to think that something like that's allowed to happen. Yeah. And then even what's worse is the fact that it happened and all these poor people lost their lives. But it's worse that even though they knew it happened, they haven't really done anything. No, it's really hard. That's why I don't really like this whole topic, because it's like, it makes me angry.
It's dark, yeah.
Anyway, let's listen to someone else tell us about it.
a lot of people who actually haven't been
rehomed
from that situation. You know what I mean? Scary.
Here we go.
Alright, we'll give it a go. See how it goes.
The night our eyes changed. Rooms where love was made and unmade in a flash of the night. Rooms where memories drowned in fumes of poison. Rooms where futures were planned and the imagination of children built castles in the sky. Rooms where both the extraordinary and the mundane were lived, become forever tortured graves of ash. Oh, you political class, so servile to corporate power. Ghosts of Grenfell still calling for justice. Now hear 'em scream. This corporate manslaughter will haunt you. Now hear 'em scream. Words cannot express Please allow me to begin though. 1:30 a.m. Heard the shouting from my window. People crying in the street, watching the burning of their kinfolk. Grenfell Tower now, historically a symbol. People reaching from their windows, screaming for their lives, pleading with their cries, trying to reason with the skies. Dale youth birth champions. Comparison is clear though, that every single person in that building was a hero. So don't judge our tired eyes in these trying times, cause we've been breathing in cyanide the entire night. They say Yasin saw the fire and he ran inside. Who thought that would be the site where he and his family died? The street is like a graveyard, tombstone lurching over us. Those shouting out to their windows, now wish they never woke them up. When hope your worst enemy to go in this position. Now it's flowers for the dead and printing posters for the missing. Come home, come home.
The day that you're us, the day that you're us, the day that you're
Ghosts of Grenfell still calling for justice. Now hear 'em scream.
the day that you're us, the day that you're us, the day that you're
This corporate manslaughter will haunt you, now hear 'em scream. See trauma in the faces of all those that witness this, innocence in the faces of all those on the missing list. See hopes unfulfilled, ambitions never achieved. No, I'm not the only one that sees the dead in my dreams. Strive for the bravery of Yasin, artistic gift of Khadija. Every person a unique blessing to never be repeated. Strive for the loyalty of siblings that stay behind with their parents. Pray that every loved one lost can somehow make an appearance. We are like the last conversation with their dearest. Until we face what they face, we will never know what fear is. We are for survivors, rehoused in the best place, not to be left sleeping in the West Way for 10 days. We're for arrests made and debts paid and true numbers known. For the families who kept faith, we're for safety and homes of love. They are immortalized forever, the only ghosts are us. I wonder.
the day that you're us, the day that you're us, the day that you're
Ghosts of Grenfell still calling for justice. Now hear 'em scream.
the day that you're us, the day that you're us, the day that you're
This corporate manslaughter will haunt you. Now hear 'em scream.
قولي وين اروح الناس تحترق بساعة السحور. احس اني بعالم تاني، احس اني بعالم تاني. قولي وين اروح ناس تحترق بساعة السحور. احس اني بعالم تاني، احس اني بعالم تاني.
To whom it may concern, at the Queen's Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea, where is Yasin al-Wahhabi? Where is his brother Mehdi? Where is his sister Noor Huda? Where is their mother? And where is their father?
Where is Noura Jamal? Where is her husband Hashim?
Where is their children? Yahya, Firdaus, and Yaqub.
Where is Nadia Lueda?
Where is Steve Power?
Where is Dennis Murphy? Where is Marco Gottardi?
Where is Gloria Trevisan?
Where is Amal and her daughter Amaya?
Where is Mohammed Nader?
Where is Al-Yawar Ja'fari? Where is Khadija Sayyid?
Where is Mary Mehdi?
Where is Mariam El-Gawahi?
Where is her mother Suar?
Tell us, where is Rania Ibrahim and her two daughters?
Jessica Ubano Ramirez?
Where is Deborah Lampral?
Where is Muhammad al-Hajj Ali?
Where is Nadia? Where is her husband Basim?
Where are her daughters, Mina, Fatima, and Zainab, and their grandmother?
Where is Zainab Deen?
And her son Jeremiah?
Where is Ligaya? Where is she?
Where is Muhammad Nur Tuku?
Where is Maria Baz?
Where is Fataya al-Sanusi?
Where is her son Abu Faraz?
Daughter Ezra. Where is Lucas James?
Where is Farah Hamdan?
Where is Omar Belkadi?
Where is their daughter Lina?
Where is Hamid Khani?
Where is Hesham Rahman?
Where is Raymond Bernard?
Where is Isaac Powell? Where is Marjorie Vital?
And her son
Where is
Ali?
Kumrumiya?
Where is his wife Razi? Where are their children Abdul Hanif?
Abdul Hamid and Husna.
Where are Sakina and Fatima?
Where is Burki Habtoum and her son Barouk? Tell us.
Where is Stefan Anthony Rose?
Where is Abdel Salam?
Where is Khadija Khalif?
Where is Karen Bernard?
Where are these people? Where are these people?
Where is Gary Mundus?
Where is Rahima Begum Ali?
Where is her 6-year-old daughter, Mariam?
Her 5-year-old daughter Hafiz?
And her 3-year-old son, Mohammed?
God bless you all.
Where are these people? Where are these people?
There'll be ashes on your your graves. Like a phoenix we will rise. The blood is on your hands. There'll be ashes on your graves. Like a phoenix we will rise.
It's brutal, man, isn't it?
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's brutal. Do you know what's really... Because there's so many, like...
Gee, that was fucking...
It feels like there's so many parties involved, right? It's like insurance companies, construction companies, the government. It makes you just think there's just people hiding behind that.
Oh,
like,
aye.
It's not our fault, it's their fault. It's not their fault, it's their fault.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's the insurance company's responsibility to pay for this, or will the government sign this off? Or it's just really sad. Like, because it's really hard to, like, think about it. Because you don't really... It almost... Obviously, it was a massive news story. But after a week or two or whatever, it just kind of died out, didn't it?
Yeah.
And it's not really... I guarantee most people don't realise that there's still... Like,
this is going on.
Yeah, that
this
people
is
are still
going
campaigning. And
exactly, and we mentioned it before we started watching this video, that there's people talk about it. There's a lot more people who died, and that to get in end of that video actually kind of proves it. They say like all these people who weren't named as people who died, like they weren't registered, but the government never actually says these people died, and actually going through all these people who lived there. Like, where are these people? So there's a lot more than what they say. Like, it is scary, like, in it, because like as you said, like, because it was in the news for a week or two, but then it just kind of went away.
Yeah.
And it only was 5 years ago. Like, it's still quite recent. You know what I mean? It's still going on. Obviously, COVID's probably delayed a lot of shit. Like, but like, I feel like, do you remember what happened in Paris with the Notre Dame caught fire? Remember like the whole big massive church and not like yeah, you saw it. You were there. Where it caught fire basically, and like the amount of support that got, that went on for fucking months. No disrespect, it's a fucking church, a building. No one actually cares. No one lives in it. But this was forgotten about instantly.
Yeah.
It's scary, like, isn't it? But like, I was also reading up about it before we started doing this. Here was so do you know what actually caused the fire?
Was the cladding or something? But I don't really know.
No, the cladding actually didn't cause the fire. It just kind of made it spread really quick. So basically, it was a refrigerator caught fire because there's there's like an electrician actually studied it there and basically said there was a surge of power within that fridge, and it caught fire, and then it caught the cladding, and the whole building went up in flames. But basically, see, years before it, there, a lot of the actual residents and tenants in that property were actually in Grenfell were actually complaining about a lot of their appliances that had like massive surge of power, and they did research into it and actually proved that a lot of the applications like the appliances within the building had this massive surge of power, so it needed to be almost like the electricals in the building rewired and redone all too, and nothing was done. And that caused that fridge to catch fire, the cladding, and once the cladding caught fire, the whole building went up.
Have a chance, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know also like the fire department's also getting a lot of like, they're getting interviewed and all too, and like, I don't know if they got prosecuted, but see, during the fire, a lot of tenants were trying to get out, and they told them, no, you don't need to evacuate. Told them to go back inside.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
fucking dark, man. Like, imagine making that call and going like, no, it's okay. Like, why would you ever make that call? Just get them the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, that's scary, innit?
Yeah.
Imagine that's on your conscience. Imagine you're one of them firefighters who, no, so I'll go back in, it's alright, it'll be fine, it's only a wee fire.
A lot of those firefighters are following orders as well, do you know what I mean? They're
exactly.
like,
but obviously who made that decision? Obviously it's someone above out there. Dark, man. And that video was tough to watch, like, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm grimmed out a wee bit, but yeah.
But no, I loved about that video in particular, it was like, you didn't see Lowkey, he wasn't in the video.
It's not about him.
It wasn't about him. It wasn't him making a song and getting popular because of it. It was like, don't know if then people were actually involved in Grenfell, but obviously it was just, he took himself away from it, and it was the people. And that was like a bit, made the message even stronger. Like, you didn't see Lowkey walking around the streets rapping.
Anyway, I think that's...
Happy
I
Sunday
don't know
morning.
if I can do much more. So don't recommend any more.
There's a part 2.
Yeah. Is there?
Actually, I think this is part 1.
Okay.
Jesus. Anyway, that was our reaction to Ghost of Grenfell from Lowkey. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Cheers.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Just to let you know, we've got similar content available on the channel if you want to check it out.
We also do our own podcast called MCPodcasting, where we cover a range of topics from politics, sports and even movies.
We basically just talk a lot of shit.
We argue a lot as well on it there, but all the links are below. We're on all major platforms, Spotify, iTunes, and is there any other
That's the main ones. Yeah,
that's the main ones.
Just check out the podcast, and if there's any sort of videos you want us to react to, drop us a comment on the YouTube videos, and we'll be sure to check it out.
Or if you want to make fun of us, then go ahead. We don't care.
Be nice.
Be nice.
In fairness, we don't really get that many comments.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me.
Okay.